can be cruel.
Okay, looks like our player is all set.
Brought to you by the makers of Mama's Pride.
And 30 seconds, people.
Okay.
Boo! It's Donnie here on Hallowed Eve, wishing you a fangasm. I hope this day holds plenty of monstrosities and a corpulent amount of tasty confections. I see you wore a costume. Video game nerd. How ironical. So, would you like to hear some gruesome instructions?
You know it's gonna hurt like hell when you pull it off.
Nope, got it. This one is chomping at the belt.
We're almost at go.
Well, Player One, it seems like you neglected to enter your monocle. Let's call you Cabbage. Because of your green head.
10 seconds.
Best intentions.
Let's check the bees.
6, 5,
Okay, fade to
4,
black.
3.
All last Tuesday, all the time.
Cookie Masterson here, and no, there are no gibberish questions in this game. Stop asking about them. A single-player game, I see. Yeah, thanks for making us go through all the effort. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Appaerosol Spray-On Apparel. Why pull it on when you can simply spray it on?
So why not get started? Let's start with, he's made of dough. What's your excuse? How could the Pillsbury Doughboy make himself gluten-free? Bathe in soy milk, powder himself with rice flour, remove his eggs, or have a rabbi bless him? People with gluten allergies can't eat certain cereals or grains like wheat or barley. Therefore, starches like corn, potatoes, and rice are substituted. Personally, I think the Pillsbury Doughboy ought to cut a few carbs out of his diet anyway, know what I mean? Here we have, taking a crapple. So, I finally got myself an iPhone, and that thing is great for watching movies. Today, for example, I watched Eat, Drink, Man, Woman during breakfast. I watched Driving Miss Daisy as I was being chauffeured to work. I always have the perfect movie at my fingertips for whatever I'm doing. In fact, if I want to use my new iPhone to watch the first American film to show a flushing toilet, what will I be doing in my bathroom? Squatting to Psycho? Breaking Wind to Gone with the Wind? Birthing a creation to The Birth of a Nation? Or making a smelly mess to Sweet Smell of Success? Watch your time! Believe it or not, Psycho was the first American film to actually show a flushing toilet. And it's the perfect movie to watch on the toilet, because it really scares the shit out of me. Here's one for you. Blonde Wood. And this one's a dis or dat. I'm gonna try my best to pronounce these 7 Swedish names, and I want you to tell me whether each one is a style of furniture found at IKEA or a member of the Swedish rock group ABBA. If it's IKEA, press the square button. If it's ABBA, press your circle button. Each correct answer gives you 300 practical and attractive dollars. Each incorrect answer knocks off 300. But you only have 30 seconds, so don't get caught browsing. Alrighty then, here it comes. Benny Anderson. Bjorn Elvius. Hector Jennyland, Agnetha Faltskog, Solsta Olarp. Come on, Bedinga, have it? I have no idea, this name here. Nice job, despite the fact that I obviously don't speak Swedish. Clearly, the popularity of IKEA and ABBA is all part of a nefarious plot for Swedish world domination. And they're succeeding. Man, I could go for some Swedish meatballs. This one's called Panda Express Yourself. If your local eateries reflected actual world geography, which restaurant would be between P.F. Chang's and Benihana's? That Thai place you went to that one time? That one Indian place with the killer curry? The Vietnamese diner with the hot waitstaff? Or the create-your-own Korean stir-fry joint? Hello? In between the Chinese restaurant and the Japanese restaurant would be the Korean restaurant. My Uncle Ched was a Korean war vet. He still breaks down when he eats bibimbap.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
And now, this ride egg rolls into a Kung Pao corkscrew. Great, now all I can think about is P.F. Chang's. Man, I wish I had some... Wait, what's this? Yes! A leftover fortune cookie in my sock! Excellent.
Cookie fortune, sweat. Cookie necessary.
Let's see what my fortune cookie is. Do not underestimate yourself. All human beings have unlimited potentials. Okay, but which of these humans would have the most potential energy on a roller coaster? A human on the way up the hill, a human at the top of the hill, a human halfway down the hill, or a human all the way down the hill? Potential energy is mass times height times gravity. So a person at the top of a roller coaster hill would have the most potential energy. After eating a dozen fortune cookies, I have a lot of potential energy. But a gas X usually fixes that right up. Usually. Round one is in the books. And you've got a decent score there. Don't screw it up. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round two. And hint, hint, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Let's see what's in store. Why not try, could I get some hot dog on my hot dog? You ever see this Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest? It's incredible. I watched this guy, Joey Chestnut, scarf about 70 hot dogs in 10 minutes. That's like 10 more than I average. Anyway, based on a 2,000 calorie a day diet, how many days worth of food did Joey Chestnut consume after finishing 70 hot dogs at 400 calories each? 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years? No, but in college once, I lived on nothing but those little relish packets from the cafeteria. After 3 weeks, I looked like the Wicked Witch of the West. Oh, honestly. 70 400-calorie hot dogs amounts to 28,000 calories. Divide that by 2,000, and you got yourself enough calories to last you 14 days. Ah, you gotta love it. People starving across the globe, and what do? Put on a hot dog eating contest. USA! USA! Question 7! Try this on for size. Unlucky in land. Have you ever noticed that some buildings don't have a 13th floor because it's seen as unlucky? And some people refuse to have 13 dinner guests. And my 13th girlfriend was my worst one. Coincidence? I think not. 13 is cursed. Because it was the 13th of the 13 original colonies, which state would be considered the unluckiest? Cursed Connecticut, mirror-breaking Massachusetts, unhappy go unlucky Georgia, or tragic Tennessee? Georgia was the last of the original 13 English colonies to be settled. And the weird thing? My 13th girlfriend was named Georgia. Actually turned out to be George. Worst girlfriend ever.
Fucking chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
Let's try yelping hands. Sorry, give me just a minute here. I'm just checking out this website, Yelp. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's where people who mistakenly think their opinions matter write reviews of restaurants they go to. What would not be included in a Yelp review of the diner depicted in Edward Hopper's painting, Nighthawks? Awesome that it's open late. This place is always crowded. Love the giant windows overlooking the street. Or lots of seating at the counter. Nighthawks, one of the world's most famous paintings, depicts a relatively empty diner in the middle of the night. Personally, I'd rather eat at the restaurant from the Last Supper. I love their gimmick of seating everyone on one side of the table.
Scrolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me,
Coming up next, field dressing Daffy Duck. I've always wondered if Elmer Fudd ever considered going after other animals besides bugs when he went out wabbit hunting. I mean, there have to be some other characters that are easier to shoot. Because they're part of an endangered species, which animal attractant should Elmer Fudd not bother to bring along on a hunting trip? Wile E. Coyote urine, Tasmanian devil pheromones, Roadrunner spray, or Yosemite Sam scat? I so wanted you to pick this one. Tasmanian devils are extinct in part of the world and well on their way in others, making them an endangered species. Many of them die from dizziness. Oh, you've just been sprayed with wrong. But you've also been sprayed with good fortune because you've just won a pair of spray-on socks from Appaerosol Spray-On Apparel. Available in dress, tube, tennis, and new Argyle. This wrong answer of the game is worth $8,000 for you. Nice job.
Hold me, never let me go.
Am I dreaming?
Up next, Down Under sounds so naughty. If Outback Steakhouse only served animals that exist solely in Australia, which item would not be on the menu? Gold Coast coconut koala, bloomin' bandicoot, sweet glazed platypus, or hot and spicy wombat wings? I'll just put this one on your bill. This would have worked. Bandicoots are found in Australia and New Guinea. The others, just Australia. Oh, and by the way, Australia, we're done with Mel Gibson now. You can have him back. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see two clues that match, press the X button. $4,000 for a right answer. $4,000 gone if you're wrong. And one more thing.
Remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Two heads or better. Two heads, one name. Hope you know your celebrity couples. Enjoy. That's the game! Fantastic game! Give me a high five! Sorry, can't. I'm not real. This has all been a dream.
You don't know Jack!
Good job, everyone. Donnie, what are we doing?
All right, give me the hey sign if you're interested in more playage.
So, thanks again for having me over, Scott.
Oh, you're welcome, Marjorie. So...
Is your date night conversation a bore?
Yes it is! Please help! We have nothing to talk about!
Then try Nigel the Chimney Sweep. He's a real adorable British street urchin who makes an excellent conversation piece.
Oh, well, isn't he fabulous? All ragged and covered in soot. Oh, please, miss, help me. I have a family. They don't know where I am. Please help. Oh, I haven't the slightest what he's saying, but look at that adorable hat. And you, Scott. Well, you seem so nurturing.
Thanks, Marjorie!
Please, I miss me mum. Why am I dressed like this?
Get your very own Nigel the Chimney Sweep today so he can start sweeping your loved ones into your heart.
Help me.
Or heart.
Help me.
Guten Tag, I am Pope Benedict XVI. When I enter a church, I always reach for the basin of holy water as a gesture of symbolic cleansing. But when I enter a gymnasium to either get my elliptical on or just to wail on my rock-hard abs, I reach for a bottle of vitamin holy water. Vitamin holy water replenishes my electrolytes while giving me godlike strength for higher reps and an even higher calling. It's sacred, refreshing, and loaded with vitamin G.
What's wrong, baby?
Your bee-beard. It's too unruly. I don't love you anymore.
No! What do I do?
Is get a buzzkill beard trimmer, bozo.
Huh?
Is get the buzzkill beard trimmer and shave or trim your bee beard for the utmost comfort for you and your lady. You can have bee mutton chops, a bee handlebar mustache, or a bee soul patch.
Hey, your bee-beard looks great. I love you again.
Thanks, Buzzkill.
Who makes you look sharp without the sting? Buzz does.
Also available, Hive Diver Bikini Wax.
Do my bangs look better swept this way or that way? Probably that way. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
This exchange has been brought to you by the Council for Overheard Twin Conversations.
Next week on a new episode of Old People Exceeding Expectations.
Mr. Tillman, do you need a hand getting to the bathroom?
Oh, leave me some shred of dignity. I can use the toilet without your help. You don't need to hold my hand.
Oh, okay, great. Scream if you get trapped in there.
Yeah.
That's next week on Old People Exceeding Expectations.
Whatever happened to Hootie and the Blowfish? Find out tonight.
In 2002, a film came out that changed the genre of fantasy suspense forever.
Mine the sunlight as it dies. A wary sight for weary eyes.
No, witch, you will not weaken me.
Salazar, throw me the pendant!
That film was Witch's Wheel 2. You probably don't remember the original Witch's Wheel. It was kind of a mess. But the sequel has left audiences wondering what happens next for nearly 10 years. This summer, the wait is over. Chauncey Zeigman presents Witch's Wheel 2. 2.
The silence of these woods is suspicious.
Salazar, free elves! Quickly, Warlock, an incantation.
This July, prepare yourselves for Witch's Wheel 2. 2. The sequel to the sequel.
Your kids never cleaning up after themselves? The windows need a wipe down. Muddy footprints all...
Pretty good, Bill. Wish I could say the same for you there. What? Oh, man, I must have splashed some water when I was washing my hands.
Don't feel bad, Bill. I used to get those embarrassing spots on the front of my pants, too.
You did?
Sure, but then I got the Shield.
The Shield? What is it?
The Shield is the leakage absorption pad for men that takes the anxiety out of post-urination drip. No more shaking, no milking, no painful twisting.
Sounds great, but how does it work?
Here, let me show you.
Oh.
It's that easy.
Thanks, Dan.
My pleasure. Say, is that your Shield? Or are you just happy to see me?